First thing you do is separate the pennies from everything else, or at least that's what I do. So I'm going to start on some quarters and dimes first. Alright, I've separated them into different categories. Took me a while, but these are dimes and quarters. These are the zinc pennies that are corroded up, or bent pennies or whatever, and I still have a lot more to go through. There's a couple thousand there. And the nickels, I guess you don't have to separate them, but I do. Spinnable change, which is clean enough to spin. If you're wondering how I got all this dirty coinage, I go metal detecting for a hobby. And I separated the tokens, and even found a wheat penny in there. There's probably a couple more in there somewhere, and a British penny, like a I don't know if you can read that, 1916 or something. So anyway, I've measured out, I kept breaking belts, and I measured out what it takes to go in there with the rock is only 40 Clad dimes and 10 Clad quarters. That isn't very much, but I got to weigh them. I put enough aquarium gravel to bring it up to about 1/3 of this container, a little less. Put the 10 dimes in, or I mean the 10 quarters and 40 Clad dimes in there, and this is what the weight comes up to, almost 3 pounds. It's a 3-pound capacity machine right here. 3-pound capacity, and I'm going to try a little tweak on it, but I'm going to show you what it tumbles like before the tweak. Alright, I forgot to mention, after filling it up with the gravel and putting the coins in, I just topped it off, just the top of the level of the rock, with water, and added 1 teaspoon of dishwashing liquid. And I made a mark on opposing ends. You can see that mark and that mark, to see how fast the coin tumbler is tumbling. So let's turn it on to see how fast it's going. You can see that. Alright, now I'm going to try to tweak. I'll show you that. Alright, remember that that a 3-pound coin tumbler, the belts are going to break and the motor is going to burn up if you go over 3 pounds with the container. And I broke about 3 belts until I realized I was 3.5 pounds. So here's a tweak that I seen on YouTube that has to do with the diameter of the turn drive belt, or turn drive. As you can see here, it's running, spinning, and all it has to do with is putting tape on here and enlarging the diameter so that the drum turns faster. So what I did was cut 3 strips of electrical tape, 12 inches long, and I'll feed them on here one at a time and turn it on and let it do its thing till I've got in 3 places here where it'll catch the drum. I'll be back when I get that done. Alright, I fed each one down there, put it on this side, and then turn the drive motor on and let it wind itself up on there. So 3 equal pieces. Hopefully this thing will go a little faster. You'll be able to see it in real time like me. Alright, this is about an hour and a half later, and I can see this thing is really turning a lot faster now. So that tweak did do some good. I'm going to take it out, empty out the water, or not empty the water out, but I mean fill it up until I get clean water, empty the dirty water out, and put it back on for about a half hour. Alright, now I'm going to try about 9 ounces of nickles with a little bit of cleanser, kitchen cleanser, and just a little bit more of this, like about 2 tablespoons of Barkeeper's Friend. That'll make the nickels really nice. Alright, with the water over it, it comes out to 2 pounds and a little over 13 ounces. Alright, there's the nickels tumbling, and there's the Clad that I just took out of that 3-pound tumbler, and I went about 8 hours with it. Anyway, it seems like it's going to take forever. No, we're going with a big boy now to tumble all the rest of it. It's the MJR Model 15P. Oh look, I got a Susan B. Anthony in there. That's cool. And look at the difference between the 3-pound Chicago Tumbler and the 15-pound drum of the MJR Model 15P. It's a monstrous machine. We got to get done pretty quick now. Like I said, it took about 8 hours to tumble that Clad, and I'll have these going in this tumbler for about 4 more hours, and this one's been going about 8 hours. So we'll take a look and see first the operation of it.